Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend again. End of the day recap here. Watching the markets sell off mostly. Dow did, I think, okay. SPY Nasdaq came down quite a bit. A lot of stuff selling off. GME, they take the opportunity they can, and yeah, they short it. Maybe it's Dogecoin profits that they're using. Who knows? Not a big deal. What is kind of interesting though is that it did break out to the downside, and what we were expecting at the end of this little wedge was, or a huge wedge, was a breakout one way or the other. It is to the downside, but that doesn't mean anything necessarily. It's not. We were hoping, okay, it's going to squeeze right here, but it's probably not. And yeah, that's basically it. So the whole technical analysis was just to give us a rough time frame of a potential squeeze, and it doesn't mean it still can't, but I mean, it's got downward momentum now, which maybe this is just pre-anticipatory shorting and driving the price down before potentially tomorrow with the dark pool trading not being enabled or active. Not sure if that's true or not, but we've seen this before when they've dropped the price before something happens, or after, or during, or pretty much always dropping the price. Earnings, and then they dropped it here, and then this was the failed to deliver date right here. Yeah, different reasons why they want to drop it before some event happens where they know it's going to be driven up. And my video earlier today kind of played out how I was saying in that video. We were hanging out, I think we're right about, let's see where we're right about here. And I was like, I don't know if we're gonna hold this, and I was thinking it might keep dropping down, and if it does, we're gonna look at that 143-ish support. And we came down there today. I wasn't sure if it was gonna happen today or tomorrow, but kind of held the support here for a bit, and then held this 150 something, and now we're actually a little lower even than this support from April 23rd. So doesn't have to be exact, but if it is going to respect that support, it's got to bounce up a little bit at some point. MACD looks like it's crossed over. It looks like it's maybe found a floor right here. Need this basically moving average to kind of flatten out. MACD wants it. RSI's it's not there yet, but we'll see. If it keeps kind of flushing below this, looking at probably like this 138, and then low of 132, and we might see that today, the next 30 minutes when market closes, by market close, or tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll notice, maybe not though, but it's possible we'll notice if the dark pool trading has ceased on, I guess, multiple different exchanges or whatever they trade them through. I don't think it's supposed to do it on all of them, but if it is going to happen, I think it's going to be on majority or whatever. Also, what is it, Thursday? Something's happening on Thursday too. I can't remember now. Yeah, there's another catalyst for Thursday to look out for. Can't remember what it was, but I'll just keep watching the charts. Keep an eye on price action. It's gonna be a nice little dip buy if that's what we want to do. Like I said, I trade more momentum, so I kind of want the reversal to happen before I pull in and get wild on options. But it also needs volume, and such low volume is not an indicator, even if it does start to run up. If it runs up and there's no volume, that's basically, to me, I'm seeing that as hedge funds just basically pulling off the reins a little bit. You know what I mean? On the horse reins. If you've ever ridden a horse and it's a horse that's going home, wants to go fast, it's just going wild. Maybe there's other horses running around it. You're pulling back on the reins to slow it down, and it might work. And then if you just let up a little bit, the thing just takes off. And that's kind of what I see is when on those green days that are just low volume, there's not buying pressure. You're just actually seeing the real price being reflected at that point. Because yeah, we haven't had volume either way, and we've had huge green days as well as huge red days. So I mean, this is a huge green day and that volume's still very low. This one had some volume, but yeah, I mean, these 3 red days in a row were low volume. And this huge red day, there's no volume today for that amount for 10% drop. So short sale restriction, I don't know if it really matters. It just basically they have to short it on the ask instead of the bid. And so they can't do like a short attack where it's very, very ferocious velocity. But that's not a huge deal at this point. We don't have any contracts on it for this week. Trading account got just jacked from last week. I knew SPY was coming down, and I couldn't roll my credit spreads over because I didn't have buying power, because I'm now, this E-Trade's now a cash account. So I have to wait for stuff to settle, and then of course, I mean, I saw it coming, but I couldn't do anything about it today. So today it did this nice drop on the SPY. And yeah, so tomorrow I should have buying power. Maybe I'll do a credit spread or buy some puts. We do have these UVXY calls, but these haven't moved. SPY needs to really do some moves for this thing to go up. Also the VIX calls and these TLT calls, which is the 20-year treasury bond. These are longer term plays, sort of, but not a whole lot of time anymore. Definitely not that VIX. Our bank puts, it's funny because I just actually checked. I hadn't been checking the stock price on these. We kind of sniped the option chain on here though, because these have actually gone up. These puts have actually gone up in value as Bank of America's gone up. So that's just, yeah, from sniping that chain. But so we're waiting on those. Waiting for BAC to go down. And then Wells Fargo, same deal. Yeah, these have kind of stayed flat, but Wells Fargo I think has been going up. So I wanted to get some exposure to JP Morgan today, but again, I don't have buying power on there right now. But yeah, Wells Fargo's been going up, and those puts haven't lost any value, which is kind of interesting. I mean, they're so far out of the money that they're not going to, there's only so much value they can lose, but it is still kind of interesting. Yeah, it'll take a big movement to swing those. So basically for those to get more expensive, you're going to look at, you need a fast movement to the downside. And hasn't happened yet. No news of that. There is some interesting DD. Oh, this one, of course, shorting the ETFs. It's kind of a cool visual representation of kind of a theory about shorting the Russell 2000 and then covering it on here, not covering it on GME, so that continues to bring GME's price down, but Russell's only gets some of the action, as you see. So they short them both and then cover, don't cover, short them both, cover, don't cover. Same thing here. So that's why you're getting lower lows on this one than like the ETFs are shorting. That's potential. Also, GME could be added to the Russell 1000. That's a pretty big catalyst, in my opinion. I think from what I read, there's only one more thing, one more criteria they have to meet. They've met the market cap. There's like 3 or 4 criteria they have to meet to go from Russell 2000 to Russell 1000. Russell 1000 basically has way more money in it, way more whatever stocks that are traded. So it would be similar, not the same because it's not as big, but similar to Tesla going to the SPY, because the Russell 1000 would have to basically buy a bunch of shares. So I think all they're lacking is they just basically need one more good earnings report. It could be 2, but then they'd be added to the Russell 1000, moved from the Russell 2000. So that would be good for GME. Kind of continue to sell off here. We're below that support line, so if it does follow supports and resistances, yeah, I mean, look at it way back here. Yeah, so I think we're probably going to be looking at, I mean, on the hourly, we're so oversold right now on the RSI. It's at 22. Might have a little bounce tomorrow, but if dark pool trading or any of this stuff is not turned off, or something that's not going to cause it to go up, they might, I don't know, they might be able to keep it going, or we might trade in this range. We'll see. Hard to know, but yeah, if it does keep breaking below this, we're looking at support down here like 138 or so. Also, you have to look though at the RSI. Look back here. It's 13. Look at this epic bounce from it. I can't remember if this was why this was, but the RSI gets too low, you're gonna see a crazy bounce from it, especially with some volume. Anyways, on long term, that's right, long term's getting moved. I was losing too much money on here, so I just decided to delete my account. Like, yeah, I don't want it anymore. No, I'm kidding. I moved it, transferred this over to Fidelity. So far, it's going smooth. But almost immediately, like within an hour or two, Robinhood said, "Okay, you can't trade anymore on here. No more options. No more anything." And they said this, "You're deactivated." So it almost seemed like a little bit of a bitter email I got from them. But yeah, so I'll be moving out of there. Webull today. Didn't do anything on here. Again, I didn't have any buying power on E-Trade, so I didn't do anything, which is good. Over trading is a big problem with anybody that has the opportunity to. This account is getting jacked though. A lot of it swings though with Airbnb shares. We have 100 shares in here, and I'll be transferring these over to the long term now that my long term is in an actual brokerage where I can transfer shares to, because I couldn't transfer these into Robinhood. So yeah, anyways, so Airbnb is it's way down. I mean, it's coming down with all these kind of stocks right now, but yeah, it's down 144. We're getting close to, I mean, IPO was 68, but it started trading at like 120. I don't even remember. Actually started trading maybe 143. So we're getting close there. Holy smokes. Hopefully we find support 138 or so, or maybe this 140 level from these. Our Corsair and the Rocket, the ones we love so much. Yep. They came down with the rest of these stocks. And I heard there was a call sweep on Rocket today. I'm not sure about that. There was a bump up at some point, but I don't know what that was from. Yep. And then this Webull account, I want to turn to margin so I want to start doing the wheel on it. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follow us on Twitter at Happy Money YT. I had a video that came out, I put out in the middle of the day, just trying to scare people to sell GME in the middle of the day. Well, I'm dark and brooding too. Okay. Follow us on Twitter and Discord if you've got it. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Peace out.